Yo, what's up? Whew. It's sunny and windy, and we're continuing, Eric Taylor 2 Coaching, continuing my Sun Through the Houses series. Whose house? The sun's house. Gotta have fun, people. It's the sun in the second house, and I want you to know this information and knowledge and have fun with it because it can help you. So what's the sun? Your ego, your vitality, your personality, your creativity, your father, your authority, right? The ego, the sun, is everything, right? This is how we see your personality, how you show up in the world, right? When you have the sun in the second house, and the sun is, the ruler of Leo. Leo the lion, natural ruler of the fifth house. But we're talking about the second house, which is for Venus, Taurus, the bull. Now, of course, this is why you got to get your birth chart done, right? You could have your sun in Capricorn in the second house. So you'd be a Sagittarius ascendant, right? And we're not talking about any transits or aspects here, just the sun itself in the second house in your birth chart. So you do want to get the birth chart done so you know and understand. Now, the second house is your values, your self-worth, your savings, your family assets, right? Your speech, your food intake, your sort of survival skills, your five senses, right? This is your speaking voice. It's things you might collect, material items, right? The money you save, but how you might earn money. So when you have the sun here, that is important, right? You get your very loyal, and you have pride in your family, right? Now it could be different if it's in detriment or falls or exalted or whatever, but the sun is at home in Leo, right? It's exalted in Aries. Okay, so it falls in Libra, and it's in detriment in Aquarius. But the sun in the second house, you can be a big time lover of the arts. You love culture and music and going to concerts and events and the theater, and you might want to buy paintings, and you might want to have a colorful style of dress, fabric. You could have a colorful speech. You can have a very regal, powerful, king, queenish speech, and the sound of your voice. When you speak, people are like, oh, who's that? They sound like an authority on that subject, or I want to meet that person. You can be very, artistic, dynamic, but you'll be very prideful of your family. Whether you had the greatest upbringing or not so great, out in the world, in the public, you're like, oh, my dad this, and my family that, and you could have a very good self-esteem, right? Now remember, the sun, even with this wind, right, the air is like, I'm here, forget the sun. Do your Mercury series. But the sun is going to, it's like a floodlight. It shows that house, and it's like very bright. There is definitely, the ego feels good when you talk about your family. Not just pride, but you just feel good about your family, and there's this importance of being heard, your speech and your dynamic speech. Like you want people to respect you, and they will, for the most part, unless the sun is, maybe if it's, depends on aspects, but it could be a little different if it's Libra or Aquarius sun here. But even still, you have to look at the whole chart. Okay? But your personality will be, can be very, confident and secure from your family experience and the values and your survival. These second house things, your family put in this self-worth and values in you that, stem from the relationship with the father. Okay? And usually sun in the second house people, they they like to earn money, and they have a creative ways, right? It could be, they're great chefs or great at finance or banking, but there's this quality and creativity and power and authority, around, like they might know a lot about, I know Basquiat and Warhol, and that's a Van Gogh, and that's a Salvador Dali painting, and you know what I mean? They know class, they know, because it can be very regal. And if this is Aries sun or Leo sun for Cancer ascendant or Pisces ascendant, watch out. These people, it can be very dynamic speech and collecting things. And, money does make them happy. It just does. And they can definitely do well in their earnings after marriage too. And the sun gets better. What happens is you'll see where there could be difficulties in your, growing up in childhood, somewhere between like 25 and 32, that sun really matures, and then you're just in your flow. And you will hopefully have a great relationship with your father if he's around and alive. And you will hopefully have, very solid values that he instilled in you. And you will like quality things and love music and culture and anything artistic. All right? The sun in the second house is, it's about saving. Working. You're going to work hard and you want to save and invest your money, and you'll be driven, very career focused. Okay? So that's it. Not a super long video like my outer planets series are becoming, right? My Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune. And please forgive me if you don't like the long videos, but I just try to really get in the flow and just share what I think you need to know and the truth and reality of those outer planets. But the sun in the houses, numero dos, all right? To you, son Taylor, to you. So hit me up, please. Join my Patreon, all right? I've got exclusive videos on there. I'm doing a lot of Big 3 astrology videos there for my Patreon members. They're loving it, where I'm breaking down your sun, ascendant, and your moon, okay? And I have that service, only $50 for a Big 3 astrology chart. But a lot of those exclusive videos and content you can get if you join on my Patreon, all right? So sun in the second house. We'll get to number 3 soon, but sun in the second house. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you could hear me with all this wind. And stay creative. Keep that good self-worth and And yeah, you are regal. All right? And subscribe down below, ring the bell. All right, I appreciate it. Check out all the social media and stuff. And I'm designing my Intro to Basic Astrology course now, so hopefully I have that ready for you. March, April, May. I can't put a time on it. Life is busy. But when I have it, I hope you'll take it. And it's going to be thorough, like the borough I'm from. Alright? Money making. New York, New York. Eric Taylor, Taylor to You Coaching. Sun in the house, sun in the second house. Whose house? The second house. Alright. Peace. Stay creative. Taylor to You Coaching.